Yes, sir, I absolutely can.
What's
Do you
that, sir?
have a copy of your testimony by chance?
I will print it out and get it to every member of the committee.
Perfect. Thank you, sir, for being here. I appreciate it so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Please proceed with the next witness. Don't forget to fill out your form, and if you can introduce yourself to the committee.
I already did. My name is Evita Tolu. Bear with me, I have an accent. I came to this country 30 years ago and I became an attorney and I fulfilled my American dream. I'm here today to ask you to support me to save Missouri children from sexual abuse, suicide, emotional abuse, and mutilation. I brought a picture with me. This is Mikaela Haynes. She took her life after she was repeatedly sexually abused by her father in the custody of DFS and screaming to everyone, please help me. Everyone pretended nothing happened. Mikaela, to save her little sister Sarah, took her life. She did it quietly. Imagine a boy who has access to a gun, and then we have a Columbine. And if you think here today that that is not going to affect your family or your children, you are absolutely wrong, because your children will marry into the family of Mikaela Haynes, and they'll have a family, and that will be their friends in school and neighbors. So I drafted a law that removes immunity from guardians ad litem. There is no reason why a Missouri licensed attorney should not be held accountable for the way that attorney represents a child. The most precious, what our nation has, that is our future. But our laws are set up to protect those attorneys who ran a trafficking scheme. I want to echo Mr. Rosa, who just said that Elaine Podlowski is a guardian ad litem in St. Louis County who controls 95% of the guardian ad litem market. In 2000, from December 1 through January 4, I watched and I found that Elaine Podlowski had 86 trials from December 1st through January 4th, when country is in COVID and it's a holiday, 86 cases for 86 families with multiple children. I'm an attorney. I can only handle 5 cases a month. How can a guardian ad litem have 86 trials? What is happening in those cases? I'm gonna tell you, case fixing. And then I added up the money that Elaine Podlowski received from 56 cases, and it was $293,000. This is what went into her pocket. And children and their safety and livelihood was betrayed, because there is a group of people who has no accountability. They're not responsible to the Missouri bar, because the bar has no jurisdictions over the guardian ad litem. They're not responsible to the Supreme Court of the Missouri state, because the Supreme Court says, well, resolve it with the judge who is, handling your juvenile case or your divorce or your custody proceeding. But most parents never see the judge, because all dealings happen in the judge's chambers with the guardian ad litem, like happened in this case. Mikaela's guardian ad litem was representing the deviant convicted child pedophile who molested Mikaela's oldest sister, Mikaela's second sister, Melissa, and then he molested Mikaela herself. And now there is one child left. And guess what? she's going to be molested unless we do something about it. I need all the help I can get for this case. I am the attorney for this mother who needs to save another child from a suicide. So please contact me if you are willing to help this family. By the way, they were also in the DFS custody for a year and a half, and guess what? DFS investigated mother for educational neglect while the father was raping his daughters, and no one investigated that. The new director said that the door is open. Well, that's not what I hear from the parents. At least in St. Louis County, they cannot get a meeting with your representatives or follow up on the cases. There is a lot of phone tag being played, but no one is talking to the parents and addressing the safety issue. And that is very concerning to me as a parent and as an attorney and as a child activist. So,
Ma'am, I am so sorry to interrupt you, but the 5-minute timer has happened.
give
Do
me
you-
1 second. I have a law drafted to remove immunity from people like Elaine Podlowski. And I want your support. There is no reason this person needs immunity. We need to protect our children and not enrich those who represent them.
Would you do me a favor and make sure that my chief of staff has the copy of the documentation that you have drafted? We would be
Yes.
happy to get it to the entire committee.
Yes,
And I
please.
would love to continue to visit with you, and I'm sure there are members on the committee who would like to as well. Thank you for being here. Are there any further questions for this witness from the committee? Seeing none, thank you, ma'am, for being here.